Welcome back. We're going to start Canto 2, The Kingdom of Subtler Matter. We're reading today from SAVITRI by Sri Aurobindo. Thank you for joining me. Love and light, we're all one. Todos somos uno. Muy bien. Hit the like button and the subscribe button if you enjoy these videos. Stay with me as we read some of this epic poem. And we continue on with Book 2, Canto 2, The Kingdom of Subtle Matter. In the impalpable field of secret self, this little outer being's vast support, parted from vision by Earth's solid fence, he came into a magical crystal air and found a life that lived not by the flesh, a light that made visible immaterial things, a fine degree in wonder's hierarchy. Excuse me. The kingdom of subtle matter's fairy craft outlined against a sky of vivid hues, leaping out of a splendor, trance, and haze. The wizard revelation of its front, a world of lovelier forms lies near to ours, where, undisguised by earth's deforming sight, all shapes are beautiful and all things are true. In that Lucian ambience mystically clear, the eyes were doors to a celestial sense, hearing was music to the touch, a charm, and the heart drew a deeper breath of power. There dwell earth's nature's shiny origins. The perfect plan on which she molds her works, the distant outcomes of her travailing force, repose in a framework of established fate, attempted vainly now or won in vain. Already were mapped and scheduled there in time, and figure of her future sovereignties. In the sumptuous lineaments traced by desire, the golden issue of mind's labyrinth plots, the riches unfound or still uncaught by our lives, unsullied by the attaint of mortal thought, abide in that pellucid atmosphere. Our vague beginnings are overtaken there. Our middle terms sketched out in prescient lines, our finished ends anticipated live. The brilliant roof of our descending plane, intercepting the free boon of heaven's air, admit small inrushes of a mighty breath, or fragrant circuits through gold lattices. It shields our ceiling of terrestrial mind from deathless suns and the streaming of God's rain, yet canalizes a strange irised glow, and the bright dews drip from the immortal sky. A passage for the powers that move our days, occult behind this grosser nature walls. A gossamer marriage hall of mind and form is hidden by a tapestry of dreams. Heaven's meanings steal through it as though through a veil. Its inner sight sustains this outer scene, a finer consciousness with happier lines. It has a tact our touch cannot attain, a purity of sense we never feel. It intercessions with the eternal ray, inspires our transient brief-lived attempts at beauty in the perfect shape of things, in rooms of the young divinity of power, and early play of the eternal child, the embodiments of his outwinging thoughts, laved in a bright everlasting wonder's tints, and lulled by whispers of that lucid air, take dream-hued rests like birds on timeless trees, before they dive to float on earth's time sea. All that here seems has lovelier semblance there. Whatever our hearts conceive, our heads create, some high original beauty forfeiting. Thence exiled here consents to an earthly tinge. Whatever is here is visible charm and grace, finds there its faultless and immortal lines. All that is beauty here is there divine. Figures are the undreamed by mortal mind, bodies that have no earthly counterpart, traverse the inner eye's illumined trance, and ravish the heart with their celestial tread, persuading heaven to inhabit the wonder sphere. The future marvels wander in its gulfs. Things old and new are fashioned in those depths. A carnival of beauty crowds the heights. In that magic kingdom of ideal sight, in its antechambers of splendid privacy, matter and soul and conscious union meet, like lovers in a lonely secret place. In the clasp of a passion not yet unfortunate, they join their strength and sweetness and delight, and mingling make the high and low worlds one, intruder from the formless infinite, daring to break into the inconscience reign. The spirit's leap towards body touches ground, as yet unwrapped in earthly lineaments. Already it wears, outlasting death and birth, convincing the abyss by heavenly form, a covering of its immortality. Alive to the luster of the weaker's rank, fit to endure the rub of change and time, a tissue mixed to the soul's radiant light and matter's substance of sign-burdened force. Imagine vainly in our minds thin air, an abstract phantasm of mental make. It feels what earthly bodies cannot feel and is more real than its grosser frame. After the falling of mortality's cloak, lightened its weight to heighten its ascent, refined to the touch of finer environments, it drops old patterned palls of denser stuff, canceled the grip of earth's descending pull, and bears the soul from world to higher world. Till in the naked ether of the peaks this spirit's simplicity alone is left, the eternal being's first transparent robe. But when it must come back to its mortal load and the hard ensemble of earth's experience, then its return resumes that heavier dress. For long before Earth's solid vest was forged by the technique of the atomic void, a lucent envelope of self-disguise was woven round the secret spirit in things, the substantial realms from whose those bright sheaths are made, this wonder world with all its radiant boon, of vision and inviolate happiness. Only for expression cares and perfect form, fair on its peaks. It has dangerous nether plains, it lights draws towards the verge of nature's lapse. It lends beauty to the terror of the gulfs and fascinating eyes to perilous gods, invests with grace the demon and the snake. It trances, imposes earth's inconscience, immortal it weaves for us death's somber robe, and authorizes our mortality. This medium serves a greater consciousness, a vessel of its concealed autocracy. It is the subtle ground of matter's worlds. It is the immutable in their mutable forms. Excuse me. In the folds of its creative memory, it guards the deathless type of perishing things. Its lowered potencies found our fallen strengths. Its thought invents our reasoned ignorance. Its sense fathers our body's reflexes. Our secret breath of united mightier force, the lurking sun of an instant's inner sight, eschewing. Its fine suggestions are a covert fount for our iridescent, rich imaginings, touching things common with transfiguring hues, till even earth's mud grows rich and warms with the skies, and a glory gleams from the soul's decadence. Its knowledge is our error's starting point. Its beauty dawns our mud mask ugliness. Its artist good begins our evil's tale. A heaven of creative truths above, a cosmos of harmonious dreams between, a chaos of dissolving forms below. It plunges lost in our inconscient base. Out of its fall, our denser matter came. Smoke break. Victory to the divine light. It's my beautiful divine audience. God spelled backwards. Plural. Puppy dogs. Sweetest puppy dogs ever. The doodles.